Let's go to Serena Altschul.
Yes.
What's going on?
Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
Serena, your hair has been a big topic of discussion on the Morning X since you cut it back
cut it several times.
I guess the first drastic cut was how long ago?
1 year ago.
And was that on a whim? Was that? I know the network didn't ask you to do it.
No, I've had long hair my whole life. And I just decided one day I wanted to have short hair and have it be easy and just a change.
And then was it one of those deals where, the guy waxed all the hair off, and then you're looking in the mirror and you think your first reaction is, oh my God, what did I do? And then you gotta get used to it.
A little bit of that, yeah.
Well, MTV had when you walked into work that day, they go, excuse me, Serena.
Actually, I asked my boss. I was like, so Dave, what do you think if I cut all my hair off? And he was like, that'd be cool. And I didn't expect him to, to be so, easygoing about it. And then a couple months went by, and he was like, what up with the haircut? Because I didn't do it.
Right.
So then I was like, oh, I better do it. Because I said I was going to, so it just was sort of like a challenge.
That was beautiful hair that you cut off.
Thank you.
In fact, didn't it go at one of your rock and roll online auctions?
I don't think so.
No?
Of all the MTV shows, throughout the year, the big shows like the Video Music Awards and the Movie Awards, which one is like the most fun?
Oh, gosh. They're all fun. I mean, the Movie Awards and the VMAs, but the Video Music Awards is really just this momentous occasion. It's almost like the whole channel and the whole company is just having so much fun, and there's so much build-up to it. And even like the segments and the bumpers and the little promos, like you've seen all that stuff. It's just so funny.
It's like your prom night. You guys all get your tuxes and your long dresses.
It is, and I never got to go to prom, so that's what it is for me.
Serena Altschul was not asked to prom?
Altschul didn't have a prom.
Oh,
how come? Why is that?
I went to a really small high school in upstate New York.
Oh, okay.
It was just like 180 students.
Hey, well, there was an embarrassing moment that I thought made Robin from Bush look really stupid during the awards this year. What happened there when they went to you? I don't think you knew you were on, or he didn't know you were on.
Yeah.
And he started screaming, I'm not Gavin! I'm not Gavin!
I don't know what that was.
He freaked.
And I didn't watch that segment back. And, of course, we're live, so... for me, it's all just one continuous thing. And so, I was just taking a cue from someone. And
he was so worried that you were going to call him Gavin, and they cut to it right as he was saying, I'm not Gavin.
I know, really. That is so strange. Actually, we were just talking about the last time we had done a segment, which was at spring break, and how they were playing in the rain. And I don't even know what that was pertaining to.
Well, it's like, don't cut your hair like Gavin if you don't want to be confused for Gavin.
I'm guessing that there are many times where you are interviewing a band and have no idea who you're talking to other than the name of the band. Like you don't know the guys' names, because there's so many
only
bands.
Only when there are really a lot of people in the band, like the Boss Tones.
Right.
I'll know Dickie and and a couple of the other people in the band, but when there are like 8, 10, 12 people, it's sort of hard to know everyone. When there are like 4 main people, that's your job. You know who they are.
Right.
And if you're as into the music as I am, you know who they are.
Serena, we know you've been hit on by a lot of band guys. Come on. How many of them have asked you out?
I can't confirm or deny that.
Oh,
I can neither confirm nor deny.
I mean, well, are you single? Are you married? What's your status?
I'm not married.
Boyfriend?
Yes, actually.
Oh. For how long?
Not too long. It's a very comfortable thing.
Is it a private thing? We don't know who it is?
It's a private thing.
Okay.
It's a private thing.
All right, so here's the deal. You have a special on tonight, 10 o'clock on the MTV called True Life, I'm a Hacker. And what is this? Did you go underground? I didn't even know there was like an underground society of computer hackers. I just thought they were... No, I mean, I knew they were hackers, but I just thought they were all working independently. I didn't know there was like an underground network of them. Well,
but the thing is that there is. I mean, and they definitely hang out together and associate together, but they're also like everywhere. And they're I'm certain that you know a number of hackers and just don't realize it. And they don't fit into that stereotype that you think, sitting in their room at home, with
dark light, red light on.
Exactly. That's just not who they are. And I'm sure some of them are still into that and the whole mystique of it. But for the most part, these are just incredibly smart, driven, motivated kids that spend a lot of time online learning how to write code, learning the language, the different computer languages. and pushing the limits of technology and the internet. I mean, it's this huge, wild frontier, cyberspace.
Now, do they come on camera with you with their face covered up or what?
No, we were concerned about that in the beginning, and a few of them were like, I won't show my face, and so we chose not to use them. And we went for the ones who said, like, I'm gonna show you who I am, and this is what I do, and I'm not ashamed of it. And in many cases, it's the first time that they've been on camera, and take us into their world, really.
Now, I'm guessing there are obviously very different levels of computer hackers.
Definitely.
I mean, there are some who maybe just hack into the company website, and then there are probably some who try to hack into government top secret websites.
Well, it happens all the time.
Yeah. Do you talk to that whole array?
One of the people that we profile, his hacker name, his handle is Chameleon. And when he was 15, 16 years old, he was able to go online and get into, classified military software and downloaded it. And not only that, he was approached online in one of these specialized chat rooms called IRC, and a terrorist approached him, but he didn't realize it was a terrorist. And the man approached him and said, could you sell that to me? Do you have this DoD software that controls satellite positions? And if you do, would you sell it to me? And he said, maybe I do, or maybe I don't. And he said, well, if you do, there's $2,000 in a post office box waiting for you. And he went to the post office box, he opened it, and there was the money. And he was like, holy bleep. And he went home, and I don't know, within a certain amount of hours or days, he was raided by the FBI. He woke up to a gun to his head, and he tells this whole story, and his mother was knocked down the whole nine. And he was never charged with anything, except they took all of his computer, all of his software, all of his equipment. But now, ironically, Chameleon completely, changed his ways, and he has started, develops, and runs his own software company that has created software to protect companies from hackers.
How do those guys decide what to hack? I mean, how do they decide what, website they're going to, if they don't have any definitive plan, like this guy's just kind of...
I think they hack into what they can. I mean, you open the doors with the keys that you have. And if you're able to get into, NASA, that's, a pretty big hack. Or if you're able to get into your school homepage, that's not such a big hack. But, that's part of the challenge for them is sort of like, how far can I go? What can I do? But I don't want you to get the perception that they're all out there trying to, do damage and take down websites, because that's not, for the most part, their intent.
Well, yeah, I was going to say...
There are a lot of kids doing that.
Yeah, I was going to say, it would seem like there are two types of hackers, those who just consider it a personal challenge to see if they can hack into a website, and then those who actually have an agenda.
Right.
Who,
actually, there are three types of hackers. They characterize themselves into three categories, but you're absolutely right. There are the ones who have an agenda and do it sort of for nefarious, monetary gain or whatever reason, and those are called black hat hackers.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why they call them hats, but that's what they do. Gray hat is sort of the ambiguous area where they may, in fact, do damage or cross the line or do something illegal. But
kind of pranksters?
But the motives are different. Like, the motive isn't to hurt anyone or to do any damage. It's really to push the limits of technology and to explore. And then white hat hackers, a group of hackers in Boston called Loft would be an example of them. And they are really there to expose flaws, point out problems.
Now, has the MTV website, to the best of your knowledge, ever been hacked?
Oh, well, I've heard about it, but some people say yes, some people say no. There's a lot of pride involved in websites.
Like what are some of the stories you've heard?
I've heard that. Well, the other thing is that when a lot of hackers come together and decide that they're going to do something, they can all hack in at the same time and create what's called a denial of service, which means they're overloading the system with stuff so that nobody can get in, and the website is, in effect, just shut down.
It is kind of scary, and I was just thinking about this the other day, that I predict within the next 10 years there will be some incident that has global proportions, some type of, terroristic internet, computer hacking incident that could potentially, shut down millions and millions of computers.
Well, you're absolutely right. The group that I referred to before, they're actually in the show that airs tonight at 10 p.m., and they're called Loft. They testified before Congress. They actually advised the government that not only could all of them take down the Internet in 30 minutes or less, but one of them could take down the internet and immobilize it.
That's serious power they're sitting on. I mean, they can do whatever they want.
Yeah, I mean, we hear about, the occasional, UPS had their website hacked and some guy wrote, suck me, all right, big deal.
Exactly.
But, I am fearful that something we have not yet experienced, like a major catastrophic type thing that could have global effect.
Serena has not taken the fish quiz.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, 15 seconds on the clock. Throw it up on the scoreboard. Yeah, 15 seconds, Serena.
What if I don't want to play?
You have to. Every celebrity from Dustin Hoffman to people in the White House.
You'll be great.
We've had no less than 40 people who have played this game. Only one celebrity.
40, about 60.
Maybe 60. Only one celebrity has ever declined. And that was It was Kevin Bacon, but we've had Dustin Hoffman, David
Bowie. Maybe I want to
and
go into the ranks with Kevin Bacon.
No, you don't want to go there.
No, you'll do. No, you're going to do well.
It's
this
real
is
easy.
Think of a menu.
You have 15 seconds. All right, 15 seconds up on the board to name as many fish as possible.
Okay.
And which name as many fish as you can. Anything underwater counts. It could be a crustacean. It could be a mammal, as long as it's
just
living
the
underwater.
Fish quiz.
Okay. And it could be things like shrimp, shark.
Yep.
Of course.
Save it
no
for
question.
the game.
All right.
question.
And it's speed. I'll tell you right now, our grand champ is Ken Block from Sister Hazel.
Really?
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Okay.
The clock is ready. On your mark, get set. Serena Altschul, fish quiz, go.
All right. Crab, lobster, shrimp, salmon, whale, dolphin, shark, bass, guppy, minnow, fluke, striped bass, sea bass, eel.
Wow.
13.
13. That's
13.
great.
That was excellent, Serena.
I think you had shark twice, but I'll tell you what, 13 is an excellent number.
Yeah.
You may be our women's champ.
Not just music, folks.
Let me see something. There's a good possibility that you are Liz Winstead, I don't know if you know who she is, a comedy writer, used to work on The Daily Show. She had 13, but other than
So am I tied
that,
for first place?
I think
In the women's, on the women's tour.
On the women's tour.
Courtney Love had 12.
Oh.
Dolores O'Riordan from the Cranberries had 11. You know
Very
what?
good.
That is tied for first place in the women's division.
Thank you very much.
That
Very
is
good work,
phenomenal.
Serena. We'll watch
So
your show
watch my
tonight.
show.
Thank you, Serena.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
The best of the morning X. 99.9